All right, so it's a beautifully cold Duluth, Minnesota day. And with the recent release of the Pentax K-3 Mark III, I wanted to take a look back at the Mark I. So let's check it out.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Engine running. Liftoff. We have a liftoff. 32 minutes.
So we're gonna start the morning off taking pictures of the lake. There's a nice ship. It was supposed to come in at 6:15, but I'm assuming that there's some troubles going on because I've seen a bunch of little ships going to fix it and it hasn't reached port yet. But I guess we'll wait. We might find a better vantage point than this. I feel like if we get any farther down, we're gonna find even more photographers and tourists. And honestly, I'm not in a social mood right now. So right off the bat, this is a very handsome camera to me. And just beyond its aesthetics, I think it's gonna be a performer. It has dual SD card slots and all the makings for a professional camera. Now I know what you're thinking. It's not a full frame, but you don't always need a full frame to dictate whether it's a pro or a prosumer, consumer camera. It's about the user, not the body. So the ship did come in and we got that. I see some fishers on the other side, and that always makes for interesting subjects to me because I'm in the Northland and fishing's a big part of the culture around here. So let's try to take some pictures of them. So I just got back from my photo walk with the Pentax K-3 and I did some post-production on the images I took. And let me just say that this is a very pleasing camera to use, and editing the images was very nice. The files are very flexible, and even if I didn't want to edit them, the original colors are very Ricoh-esque and pleasing to look at. So let me just say some pros and cons of the old K-3 here. So first things first, I mean, like I said, dual card slots, sub 500 bucks. I mean, how can you beat that? It's hard to find a camera with at least 24 megapixels and dual SD card slots on the market today. Now, I found this one 300 used off a KH Prestige Edition, as you can tell, and I'm very pleased with it. So let me just say another pro with this camera, aside from how it feels, is, well, how it feels, because it is completely weather sealed. You can't mention Pentax without saying that they have one of the best weather sealings on the market. It feels like a brick in my hands, and I feel very safe carrying this around the one of many 10,000 lakes I live around here in Minnesota. Another pro with this would be its very high frame rate at 8.3 frames per second. Now match that with this crop sensor that you're getting. It'd make a great camera for sports photography or wildlife stuff. Pentax also has their very own in-body stabilization. It's just called anti-shake. It works great for photography, not so much on the video end of things, but if you're picking up a Pentax camera, normally you're not looking for its video specs. I mean, you can do video with this. It has a mic jack. Its compression's workable. It's H.264. Maxes out at full HD 30 frames per second, so it's fine if you're doing social media stuff. And I think it's just standard, and today's market. But I didn't get this for video. I got it mainly for photography. I mean, it's an option. It's a hybrid camera. So let me mention some cons now. Not really many for me, honestly. I mean, the screen doesn't articulate if you're into vlogging and selfie kind of stuff. But the weather sealing on this is great, and I'm feeling that if you were to add a flippy screen, it's just going to compromise that. So, and if you're someone that's looking for 4K 60, 12-bit 829, whatever, you're not going to get it in this camera. At least you do get some video. I mean, full HD is fine. And it does sport the old sensor. It's not backlit like the new version. Has the older color science. And it's a megapixel less than its younger sibling. But honestly, are those really, really cons? I mean, sure, it's probably not as nice in low light. The color roll-off is probably obsolete compared to the new version. But to me, it is more than enough. And all of those things are pretty subjective to me. I mean, composition comes before grain anyways in my head. But, like I said, to me, those cons are very subjective. This is still a great choice in today's market, especially because it's a fraction of the price. The very newest version of the camera, that comes in at $2,000, and I found this used for $300. Now I could bank that money and get some nice lenses and be very happy with this setup. And are you really missing out on much? Because you have a camera with almost the same megapixels as the newer version, and you're still getting the nice Pentax quality. And sure, it's older, but on the photo side of things, it doesn't really show its age. But that's it for me. Honestly, this is a great camera, and I'd have a hard time parting with this. I just think it looks nice too. I mean, I really like silver cameras. I just really admire the fact that they didn't follow suit with everyone else and try to make mirrorless, hybrid shooting, high megapixel cameras. Instead, they stuck with crop sensors and just played into their strengths there. To me, it's very admirable when companies do that. And to match that, they do take care of their customers in some regard, that they have nice trade-in programs. If you want to be dedicated, loyal to their system, they'll do that for you. They'll give you a nice store credit if you want to trade up to the new versions. But honestly, you just have to appreciate the fact that Pentax stuck with DSLRs and crop sensors for that matter in today's world. And honestly, that's all I have to say. Thank you for watching. Make sure to sub and follow the Instagram at Matt's Notes if you want to see content from this channel and exclusive stuff not seen or not seen yet. Thank you for watching, and I will see you next time.